What's up guys, Summer here, and welcome back to another HSR video. And today we're just going to be talking about the summer units that were drip marketed, Summer Aventurine and Summer Robin. Now, first thing I noticed is that Aventurine is Quantum Elation and Summer Robin is Wind Remembers. Now, this two will be coming out in 4.5, and which got me thinking about the teams that they can help. So here's what I think for their team setup. It's kind of like if Summer Robin supports all the Remembers cast characters, then most likely that she's going to be HP, right? Except for Aglaya. Aglaya is not HP based, so how will S Robin help Aglaya? Hopefully she has something in her kit that can help Aglaya, like maybe like something like energy or like speed as well. So that way I can, for all the Aglaya speed builds out there, they can just actually tune down her speed a bit and focus on the crit rate and crit damage a bit more, right? So if it could be something like this, honestly, for Aglaya teams, right? It could look something like this if Robin has kits that can support Aglaya, but if she's just mainly HP based, then this is not gonna go well with Aglaya. And if she's mainly HP based, I can definitely see like Blade being here. I can see Jinyu be here, but Blade and Jinyu at this point, they need a lot more than just a one Robin, right? This Robin has to be like the Dahlia plus for Jinyu and Blade to make a difference or something like that, right? Now, another character I can see be used extremely well with Ash Robin if she is HP based is Maide. Maide is really good with HP based characters like Cyrene and Hyacinth. I'll only be talking about Hyacinth or Cyrene because they are HP based, right? As for the main flagships, if you look at this, who is getting replaced? I want Ash Robin to kind of replace Hyacinth, because if she does replace Hyacinth, Hyacinth still has like many other teams to go with, right? I don't think she's replacing Cyrene. If she is replacing Cyrene, that would be insane. But at the same time, Cyrene is not gonna be like relegated to the bench, just like how Hyacinth is gonna be, because Cyrene can help all the questions there, like putting the Aglaya team, right? But I don't think Cyrene is gonna get replaced. Now, if Hyacinth does get replaced, I think this is the best outcome. But if either Cassius or March 7th or Evernight is gonna get replaced, that's gonna be very, very interesting to see, because I do not think they will actually replace the main flagship DPS for Remembrance. But if they do, that is gonna be insane to see. So it's gonna be like this if this happens. Like I can see Hyacinth getting replaced. I can even see Cyrene getting replaced, but Cyrene getting replaced, her S Robin's kit gotta be insane for Cyrene to get replaced, because one support is giving out so much support for all the characters in this team. How big of a support does S Robin need to have to outshine Cyrene in this Remembership flagship team, right? As for sub DPS, actually Everlight getting replaced, I can definitely see this be the team if Everlight gets replaced. But if Everlight does get replaced, then she effectively don't have a team in a sense, because Hyacinth is still there and you need to want Hyacinth for the Evernight, right? I mean, for Evernight, you can realistically like do this Evernight tribute and some 2 other units, but she wants Cyrene, she wants Hyacinth, so the team is gonna be very iffy if you want to do Evernight without Cyrene or Hyacinth. So, and the other team, it could be like Robin, Evernight, Cyrene, Hyacinth, but that means your caster is like dead in a ditch, isn't it? Because she doesn't work with any. I mean, you can go with the version 1 DPS teams like what? RMC, Raw May, and Gallagher. but nobody's gonna do that because that team is like outdated as hell right now, and it's not worth going for it. So realistically, if S Robin does become an HP scaling remembrance support, I hope she replaces Hyacinth as a new sustain. That's what I hope. And honestly, if I want S Robin has, I wish she supports all remembers type characters. All remembers, not just HP. I hope she also supports Agalea as well. Anyways, that's what I think about S Robin. And as for S Aventurine, this is interesting. Because Elation team right now, they did not have a Elation, sustain. They only have Ho-Ho, and Ho-Ho can only do so much. Ho-Ho is much better with our bunny girl over here than Silverwolf because Ho-Ho can actually make use of, because the bunny girl can actually make use of Ho-Ho's energy gain, right? Yes, I know her name. Her name is Evanesia, but I want to call her bunny girl. Let's like pick her out, okay? Deal with it. Okay, moving on. It'd be funny, right, if Aventurine replaces Ho-Ho as the Elation sustain. It'd be funny because his OG form is imaginary sustain as well, preservation, and then just for his SP form just to be sustain as well. It'd be kind of funny. I think this makes sense, right? If Elation Aventurine becomes a sustain as well, because Quantum, because of Elation team still needs a sustain, right? Another thought comes to mind is what if he replaces Yukon or something and become the new Yukon, not Yukon, Yaoguang or something, and become the new Yaoguang. So you could be like this, right? Which honestly kind of will benefit a lot for Elation team havers, because if you have both Evanesia and Silverwolf, like this Yaoguang can now fit into both teams, right? If it's just one, then probably not. Right? Like your Evanesia team could be like this with Ho-Ho, and then your Silverwolf team can look like this, right? And with probably one more character or something like that. Like that, the double sustain. I guess one thing comes to mind is like if that becomes a sustain, then the Ho-Ho has to be going back and forth, unless you're using like something like full string or something, right? For the sustain portion for Silverwolf. I highly doubt Yaoguang is gonna get replaced. I highly doubt it. So I can see Sparksy get replaced, honestly, more than Yaoguang, or as a sustain. The only thing I can see him is replacing Sparksy or sustain. That's it. I don't think he's gonna replace Yaoguang. I don't think so. Anyways, the other thing I can see him is like the melting, kind of like this, right? The melting. He can be the new sustain to the melting for the follow-ups for Face Out as well, right? Because Face Out still is missing that Dahlia character to make her shine, because Akron got her Dahlia in the form of Blade, and Firefly obviously got her Dahlia, which is D Dahlia, right? Face Out is still missing that. So what if Aventurine is D Dahlia for Face Out and she comes back in 4.5, right? Or is this gonna be just a all male team with Aventurine as like a sub DPS to like what Asheville being the main DPS? Because honestly, this team alone right now is not the best, because I feel like if you play a Face Shell here, Asheville is not doing as much, right? I prefer Asheville as a main DPS rather than a sub DPS because Facial right now still haven't gotten that huge boost right now. So yeah, once Facial maybe got her version of like the Dahlia, like her Dahlia, I feel like this team is gonna be a lot better, right? But anyways, I think another look at it is once again eventually being the sustain in the all melting. So that means we're still waiting for one more unit. Could be maybe you can maybe like grab a Sunday or something like that to make this done. If this end up being a sustain, or you can go sustainless if eventually end up being a sub DPS with the Sunday support. It could be like that, right? But until then, we just have to wait and see. Because right now, I don't think you're running Sunday, right? Unless you want the 20% crit rate. Because like most likely, this team could be like looking like this, right? So that's my thought process on what Summer Robin and Summer Aventurine can look like. Let me know down in the comments on what you think they'll do, and I'll see you guys later.